All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Off Camber TV's coverage of the Outlaw Modified Series, powered by the Bootleg Racing League. We are live here from the Bull Ring at Las Vegas for tonight's 100-lap affair, race number 10 on the season. Only 2 races to go, including this one, so we can technically call this the penultimate of season 3 here in the 2018 calendar year. Warm-up is wrapping up. Looking at the board, John Hine on top of the speed charts, J.R. Shepard, Brian Dinn, and others following behind him. Grid is getting ready to come up onto your screen. We got Dylan Ackert in the booth as well. So we're getting set for tonight's action. And it looks like we've got a couple minutes before these guys get loaded completely out onto the grid. So, Dylan, how you doing tonight?
I'm not doing too bad here. Going on kind of hot down here in Las Vegas, down the Bull Ring, but it's gonna be interesting seeing. We have 14 cars here tonight, and our Sunny D machine, he changed his paint scheme. I think that should be against the rules. Our number 31 of Mike Holloway, who's starting in P1, we can't call him Sunny D machine anymore. Wes, what are we gonna do?
I know he has broken the stigma here tonight. Running a Chase Elliott-esque Kelly Blue Book scheme. He is going to be on the pole with Kurt Smith in the 6 car to his outside in row number 1. You got Todd Liston, the 87 Pepsi car, with the 14 of Kenny Kibbe to his outside. Row 3 has the 7 of Chris Wolfson and Mark Herzog in the 57. Brian Dinn, the 23, and the 98 of J.R. Shepard, both 1 and 2 in the points, with Shepard being in the top spot here with these 2 races left to go. That's row 4. Row 5's got the 26, Donnie Moore, and to his outside, the 5 of Lowell Jewell. And you have Ben Izinga and Matt Shinosky in the 00. I don't believe we've seen him at all this season, so his first race with us at least. Gonna keep an eye on that 00, and rounding out our 14-car field, going to be the 59 of Mike Allen and John Hine in the pool. And then after the fact, Wolfson ran into Kurt Smith a little bit there. Oh, Mark Herzog almost flipped as Smith was trying to back up. But already a caution there, not even a full set of corners into the race. Smith and Shepard on pit lane, going to take that one quick repair that they get per race. And man, so it seems like we're having a little bit of technical issues. Dylan lost connection to the server. He's going to get loaded in as fast as he possibly can.
I just love how our Spectrum servers are up here in New York, where our main headquarters are. It's great.
So basically, hopefully, we got to see that little that wreck. Cars are still under. Well, it's a good thing that I can describe the action then, I reckon. Still, I honestly don't know what's happening here. Seems like Spectrum is having some issues over there. We're gonna, I'm pretty sure he's gonna yell in my ear when he gets connection back. But still under caution here. Lap 4 out of the 100 laps complete. Mike Holloway still out front. Todd Liston, Brian Dinn already up to 3rd place after that. Kenny Kibbe and Ben Izinga, your top 5, leading into. It looks like the lights are going to come off of the pace car this time around. And they do. They're going to line back up 2 by 2, heading into turn 1. What's that? All right, so we're back here with picture. We apologize for the technical issue.
And a report to Spectrum.
I believe a report to Spectrum is going to be sent on that one, but we did miss the crazy calamity there. Of course, a lot of the front runners taken out early. It seems that we are back under green flag racing. Mike Holloway down and away once again. Gets a good jump over Todd Liston, who started in second. Dinn's going to peek to the inside of that 87. Going to take over second, coming out of turn 2. And we've made it through a turn here tonight under green flag conditions into 3 and 4 under full speed for the first time. And the 17 is going to go around. Ben Izinga is going to bring out the caution once again. pretty much another one like the other one. Gets tapped from the 21 of Hine. John Hine since the 17 spinning. Jewel gets a little piece of it as well. But caution, two really quick cautions out here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas. Now, because it has Bull in the title, I mean, I didn't realize we were coming to see a rodeo here tonight.
Yeah, just going back, looking back on this. You know, when we look at the track map of this this place, it's not a perfect oval at all. It seems like, you know, you can get a little bit more speed if you kind of dive in the corners. And right now, I don't know if it's more it's just the banking that these guys have, or if it's more in the lines of how they're taking these corners. You know, it's interests me on that. Right now, you see everyone pacing against that white line with the little rumble strips are, but it's gonna. I think we said the same thing last week or last two weeks ago when we were back here, when they were at Bristol. You know, they really got to settle down. You know, we only have 2 more races to go, including tonight, and then we crown the champion. And right now, there's only I think it's only a 3-way battle for the championship when it comes to the point standings. So there's not a lot of. Yes, everyone's still out there to win. And usually, if you're in the top 5, you have a very good chance on getting that championship or getting that win. But right now, it's a 100-lap race. You know, already our second caution, already on lap 90 to go, and we have only seen what, maybe not even 4 laps of green flag racing yet so far tonight.
We're working on about a lap and a half.
Oh, okay, that's even worse.
Well, I mean, you know, Bull Ring here isn't used a lot in any of the official series, so, you know, it could be a fresh track to a lot of these drivers out here. One driver in particular who is definitely having an out-of-character night, of course, J.R. Shepard got caught up in that first incident. He's still on the pit lane. He is now scored 8 laps down to our race leaders, and he has got some really bad internet issues as well. The 98, I see him blinking in and out on pit road. But we're getting set to come back to the green flag. The pace cars. For who looks like Ben Izinga got loose all by himself on the bottom of the racetrack, spun out, coming out of turn number 4, came back out onto the racing surface. Caution does fly for the 17 for the 3rd time tonight here. And it doesn't seem like we're having any kind of luck. I believe I don't know. I get blamed for spilling coffee in the production booth, but I believe Dylan's.
Hey, we have to say that this is not your fault tonight, Wes. This is all the great company of Spectrum / Comcast / whatever you want to call them. They're doing great work tonight. I just want to give them a round of applause for doing all the work they're doing. But yeah, but tonight we cannot blame you.
Well, that is a good thing, because
I will be calling the Attorney General though.
Well, we still got a race on our hands here tonight, unfortunately. All right, I believe he's back. Are you back in the server now? Oh man, just a myriad of disasters here. We got 3 cautions already before lap 20 here in this race. Lights are still on the pace car. 1 more lap around with the lights on. Should be shutting the lights off the pace car here next time by. I mean, not a lot of changes towards the front of the pack. Den, though, he's going to start on the outside this time, as he did last time for the last restart. of Mike Holloway. Holloway still your race leader. And I believe J.R. Shepard is pretty much going to have to hang it up here tonight. He's been on pit lane for almost 8 minutes now, 15 laps down after that first incident. Kurt Smith is still a lap down as well in the 6 car. Chris Wolfson got his lap back last time around, and we are lined back up 2 by 2 down the back straightaway. Let's see how long Dylan's internet connection can keep going here. You need to feed that hamster that you have running on that wheel there, bud.
Oh, we already have, bud. But pace truck goes down. Green flag's out. Mike Holloway takes a beautiful jump on this start. Brian Dunn in that 23, stuck on the high side, battling for second. Going around crazy stuff on the back. I think we went 3 wide in the back, but battle for second still going on between the 87 and the 23. 87 gets a good run. 23 follows in behind, knowing that he has over 80 laps to go. And this might be the 80 laps that we're going to see that there's not going to be caution. As I hear someone spinning. Oh, there they go.
Yep, Herzog goes around on the entrance into turn 1. Again, he got clipped by Lowell Jewell that time. Ben Izinga in the mess as well. That 17 car is not having a good night whatsoever. Of course, Herzog was involved in that first incident as well. He wall-rid it a little bit after the pace car came out. Looks like Herzog is on the pit lane as we speak. He might still have that fast repair in his pocket, but it's just a lot of eye pacing here so far for race number 10. I mean, very out of the ordinary for this series. I'm pretty sure there's not a full moon out tonight, but I mean, it is Saturday night.
I mean, you know, if there's been a night that Spectrum wants to mess with their internet services and all their services, right now it's not being too bad. We're you know, we've been kind of staying out of when we've been pacing so far when the internet drops. So we should be having a good little show here, because usually when we get kicked out, we get back in before the green flag. So it's interesting to see why that's going on. But yeah, 17 of Ben Izinga. Man, I don't know if he's using a new paint scheme than he has been, or if it's just, you know, Mike Holloway put a curse on him already without using Sunny D on his car anymore, or there's just something going on. But Ben is just, I feel bad for him because he was you know, not bad throughout the whole season. He's usually a good top 5-ish car, and you know, right now he's stuck in 8th. Really can't move anywhere, because whenever he tries to move somewhere, he's getting put up into the wall or having to dodge a huge wreck. So it's, you know, important night for him. J.R. Shepard is still down in pit lane. I want to say he threw his helmet at the crew chief, and the crew chief is in a EMS, but we don't actually know that for sure. It's just for good comedy's sake.
But he knows his crew chief's got a hard head, so. But I mean, that's just that alone. I mean, he's going to be finishing in 14th basically. I mean, he's 22 laps down to the race leader, 18 to the car in front of him. I believe that's Herzog now, who's 4 laps down from the race lead. This is really going to set up a good narrative for next weekend's season finale. Of course, that's going to be live next weekend at 9 o'clock Eastern as well, live here on Off Camper TV. But get ready to go back to green flag racing. Mike Holloway down and away. Green flag back out here. Todd Liston actually gets a better jump. He's going to peek to the outside, heading into turn 1. Dins on the inside of the 87. The yellow and black 23 car going to take over that second position. And John Hine has been on a roll, like I said earlier on the broadcast, fastest in practice in that red number 21. Now up to position number 3 after getting into trouble early on. Kenny Kibbe still in 4th. Liston shuffled all the way back to 5th on that initial start. And Lowell Jewell has come alive here in the back half of the season. He's in 6th.
Lowell Jewell doing an amazing job in that number 5 car. Go around, keeping the pack behind him to a point, making a little bit of a gap from him to 5th, but going right behind him. Contact with just a little bit of door rubbing between that 00 and 59 as they're trying to battle out who can get that faster run, if that top or bottom can come in. And right now it looks like the O00 of Matt is falling back, currently down in 9th, was in 7th, might fall back into 10th. Ooh, as he hits the wall there. But goes around, falls back into 9th, but letting that 26 of Danny Moore come up with Mike Allen in that number 59. Now battling up in front of him. Donnie Moore in that 26 is making a move on that 59. 59's falling back on the top side. Right underneath him is the 6 of Kurt Smith. Kurt Smith is doing everything he can to get by him without making contact. Makes it done. But now that 59, whoa, oh no, Ben Izinga, oh, there he goes.
Mike Allen stopped on the racetrack now, the 59 car on the entry into turn 3. He's got to get that thing going. Caution comes out. Izinga spun out of turn number 4, the 17 car. Once again, with the yellow handkerchief coming out here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas. Ben Izinga, he just took a quick tow back to the pit lane. He might be done for the evening. I think that's going to be it. We don't see his car no more in pit lane. A couple of the other drivers you were talking about there towards the front half of that conversation, Donnie Moore, he actually pitted last caution and is now making his way back up through the field. Of course, Kurt Smith was involved in that lap 1 accident. Had some smoke coming out the motor of that 6 machine. He's got his fast repair. He's making his way back up through the field as well. Shinosky, though, let's see here. Shinosky started in, come on, ticker. Started in the 12th position up to 8th in that 00 car on his season debut, at least. I'm not sure if he's been here before, but at least on his season debut, making a pretty decent name for himself. You know, he had a little bit of door rubbing on that last run, but still out front, the 31, the driver formerly known as the Sunny D Machine, Mike Holloway, out front, still here, lap 37 on the scoring pylon with 63 laps to go. Brian Dinn, John Hine, Kenny Kibbe, and Todd Liston, your top 5 heading into we're getting ready to hit into lap number 40. I believe it's going to be about lap 40 before we get back to green flag racing here.
Microphone activated.
Just looking around. It's funny because I was just, before this race started, you know, I was down with the guys down in the garage talking to them. And it's quite interesting because I saw Mike Holloway and I said to him, Mike, in that 31, you're going to win this race, correct? And he laughed at me. But I don't think he realizes on how good of a car he might have if it stays on the short side. These little short, you know, 10, 15 lap runs are somewhat, they're helping and they're hurting in a way. Right now, he's showing that he is fast on the starts. He can pull the starts off. He can do everything well. It's going to be, can he keep it up when it goes to the longer runs and everything?
Well, hopefully we get one of those here pretty soon. We're closing in on 60 laps to go. We will have that when we take the green flag back here at the flag stand. Mike Holloway still out front. Of course, Brian Dinn and John Hine, your top 3 as we're rolling through turn number 3. Holloway going to get the jump on him here. Green flag back out at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas. And of course, Holloway clears the rest of the competition by at least 3 car lengths heading into turn number 1. Hine on the bottom. He's going to take over that 2nd position. Donnie Moore pushing Liston around. Kenny Kibbe. Oh, he checks up. Thought he was going to get into the back of Brian Dinn there, but Liston had to check up. Checks up the rest of the field. A lot of contact back there. I believe the 14 and the 26 got into it. The 6 car got a little bit of contact as well. Liston now back into the 4th position. Started in 3rd here tonight and is still running up towards the front of the pack. Donnie Moore, he's going to try to make quick work of that 87 back into turns 3 and 4. They go. And you can see Donnie Moore closing in that gap. He's going to peek to the inside here. He's got the line on entry. Liston now up high in the Pepsi machine. The ASPCA 26 going to take over that 4th position, and he's going to bring a friend along with him. Kenny Kibbe now to the inside of Liston heading into turn 1.
watching the 87 of Todd Liston. He's been stuck on that top side. He's doing everything he can to not get loose many positions, but like we've seen week in and week out, these SK modifieds just seem like they're a very bottom lane. You know, if you can't drive, if you miss your mark by a couple inches, you're gonna kind of just slide up the track and you're done. And right now, you just see what the kind of frustration that 87 has with Todd Liston. He went from, I want to say at least, I want to say 5th, maybe all the way back into 9th, even far. So he's just lost a whole bunch of positions because there's just nothing outside of this one lane that he can go in and have any kind of speed or any kind of performance out of this SK modified. So right now he's kind of sitting back. I think you're gonna see him try to make some hard moves, but right now you're just not gonna see. I don't see anyone making anything right now. It's just so bottom dominant that you're not gonna see a lot of movement at all. You might see a slide job, or maybe he's gonna push his nose in somewhere, but other than that, he might be sitting at a 9th place finish here. But going back up front, top 3 are divided by a little over 1.5 seconds. So, everyone, you know, right now everyone's kind of fanning out. We hit lap 50. We're halfway there. Right now, it's just gonna be, what is this main pack from Kennedy Covey in that 14 all the way down to Lowell Jewell in that number 5. So pretty much 5 cars all in one little pack. What are they going to be able to do? Because I think if we're going to see another caution, we're going to see it in this little pack.
I mean, that could be true. Kurt Smith trying to rebound. He started 2nd tonight in that 6 car. He's right behind that 14 of Kibbe. Now losing some time to Mike Allen in the 59 car, who's right behind him, the orange and white machine. Not to be confused by the white and orange machine. Now, pretty much everything is still single file right now. Again, Charter has decided to drop Dylan once again. I mean, everybody's single file, no action on the track as of right yet. I mean, I'm still following this battle with that close-knit set of cars. Brian Den has been closing the gap on Holloway. Little by little, every lap, Den's starting to come into his own here on this longer green flag run that we've had. We've ran about 15, 20 laps. Caution comes out. It looks like the culprit might have been, oh yeah, it was definitely Mark Herzog. Herzog coming out of turn number 4. Rides the wall a little bit, and oh my goodness gracious, he slams the outside tire barriers that denote where the actual pit lane is at the bull ring, instead of this makeshift one with the jersey walls to the inside of the track. And I just completely careened into these tires at the pit entrance of the actual track. So Herzog, he was already a couple of laps down to begin with. He's going to bring out the yellow flag. We're going to reset the field here just past lap 60, working on lap 61. With Holloway still out front, Den, John Hine, Donnie Moore, and Kurt Smith. So their top 5 has changed up a little bit here. And it just seems like Charter is just dropping you just enough to where you lose connection to the iRacing server. Or it's iRacing telling you to change some settings in your on your main page. There, like your account page where you can change your internet connection and stuff.
You would think that, but I have not changed anything on my iRacing since I got Oculus, which is probably over a year ago. So that's not that. But Charter / Spectrum / TWC / worst company of all time is doing a great job tonight.
Well, it's just a lot of strung out racing. That backpack that we were watching, they were still pretty tight-knit. Not much doing back there. Another factor that we haven't even mentioned here tonight, and of course for those of you new here on these broadcasts, they run 100 laps straight on the same set of tires. If they come into the pits, only thing they're allowed to do is refuel the car and get a fast repair on. That's all that they're allowed to do. If they see the jack go up for the tires, That's automatic DQ. And I mean, they got to, again, I reiterate, they have to run the whole race on the same set of tires. So with a lot of early cautions, it saved a lot of tires up for these guys, especially towards the back of the pack. Really the only guy that's really been running, super hard, I would guess, would be, between Kurt Smith and Donnie Moore, as they went all the way to the back of the pack. Kibby's now all the way in the back as well in the 11th position. Not sure what happened to the 14. Green flag back out on the racetrack here at the Bull Ring. Holloway gets another great jump. John Hine and Brian Den going to do battle for that second position. Hine's going to get that spot. Here comes Donnie Moore to the inside of the 23 car. Battle is on for third position. Moore trying not to get to the back of the 21. His little Jewel goes around in the back of the pack. Caution's going to come out here for the number 5 to 59. Goes around as well. Oh, yeah, don't do that. I thought the 59 was going to back all the way out onto the track and get into the 5 there when he was trying to get around him, but I'm glad they reconsidered their actions there, and everybody still gets to ride around pretty much scot-free. It looks like Jewel had a lot of help. It looks like actually from Kibby, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we actually finally be able to see a caution of why it actually came out this time. Knock on wood.
Yeah, that was a lot of contact
but
between
yeah,
the 5 and the 14.
I don't know if Kibby thought he was going to go up higher or if he was going to kind of go a bit more fast in the corner. That's a lot of contact with that 14.
And then, of course, 59 ended up spinning out as well. Mike Allen, not 100% sure what happened with that, but I believe the caution came out just the nick of time, because he got to regain his 6th position out on the racetrack. So might have been Shanoski, could have been Liston, could have been a little bit of wheel hop. Not 100% sure on the wheel hop when they were exiting the corner, but might have gotten a little piece of the rumble strip, and his car just did not like it. But the 59 does regain his spot as per iRacing scoring. So I mean, he's still putting together a pretty good night as well. The 59 car. Let's see. I gotta wait for my ticket to roll so I know where they actually started. He started in 13th, so next to last. He started on row number 7, and up to that 6th position. Of course, it's been a little bit of a battle of attrition towards the front of the pack, but still putting that 59 car in a great position here towards the end of the race. We're going to have less than 30 laps to go when we get back to green flag action. And Mike Holloway so far leading from the drop of the green flag, the original green flag, to this point now. But, of course, John Hine, I will mention it once again, that Budweiser 21, the red car on the outside of row number 1, he was the fastest in practice. I mean, it wasn't by a lot. It was by a couple of hundredths. But I don't remember seeing Holloway's name. I don't really remember seeing Holloway's name on the practice sheet. So, obviously, he's got a fast car. He's been out front all night. But I believe his challenge is there sitting on the outside of row number 1. Green flag back out. A great start from Hine. They're drag racing to the start-finish line. 21 trying to get around the outside. He's going to squeeze that 31 down. Holloway had to check up a bit. Hine's going to be scored as a race leader. He's going to get a little shuffle. Oh my goodness gracious. No. An accordion effect between the 21, 31, 26 and the 23. Den's going to be going to get the worst end of the deal. He's going to fall all the way back to that 7th position. New leader out front, John Hine, the 21 car out here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas here for the Outlaw Modified Series. He's got that SK out in front. And you have Holloway and Donnie Moore, your top 3. Shanowski's in the top 5 as well.
Looking a little bit farther back, probably the most upset driver right now is that 23 of Brian Dunn in that, but he's back up in the 6, made his way past the 14 and the number 6. So watching what he can do. 25 laps to go. But look at Mike Holloway on the top side with the 0-0 of Matt put down low. Holloway up the high. He's going to lose maybe one more spot to that 59 of Mike Allen if he cannot put that car down there. But Holloway goes from leading to second, all the way back down to fourth, and possibly maybe fifth if Mike Allen at 59 can get up to him. Tires on that 31 must be destroyed.
I mean, there got to be something. I mean, he didn't get a great jump. He might have spun his tires a little bit. I'm not sure if these SKs have that much power underneath of them, but he might have spun the tires there on that restart. Let Hine get the advantage heading into turn one. Hines pinched him down to the bottom of the racetrack like I mean, it was textbook, really. And the 21 gets out with the lead. The 26, Donnie Moore, only about 0.6 of a second back from our race leader, Shanowski, putting on a great showing here in that third position in front of previous leader Holloway in the 31 car. That 00, a very impressive drive here with 20 laps to go at the bull ring. Not a lot of time left for these drivers to make up ground. A couple of these guys, they're going to want a caution to come out, but I know one driver who doesn't want that to happen, and that's Donnie Moore, because he is catching our race leader. The gap is now down to 0.3 of a second last time at the stripe. This time, exactly 0.3 of a second, and Shanowski's only 0.2 back from that 26.
The battle for top three are going to be very intense. Is going to be, we're going to see what that 26 can do. He's definitely showing that he has the speed. He's shown in all season that at the beginning he's not all the way there, but when it comes to the end, he can usually put his car in a very good position to hold on to it. But just looking around across the track, everyone else is single file. So the main story right now is that battle for P3, well, top three in general. Seeing if that 21 of John Hines can keep that car in first, keep hitting those perfect marks, keep getting those good corner exits, or is he going to get pushed up? And once you're up on that top second lane, you're going to the back.
Towards the front of this race, I said that the 31 probably had the strongest car here. Also, the 21, with his speed, he would get towards the front of the field. Donnie Moore, however, on either the third or fourth caution, came down to the pit lane to go to the back of the pack, and he has driven his way back up into second, only about a car length off of the race lead now. Coming out of turn 4, we're going to complete lap 87, put lap 88 onto the board. 12 laps to go. Can the 26 pull it off here at Las Vegas, or is John Hine going to be able to hold him off just enough? I believe we've seen it pretty much all night. That bumper has come into effect when it really didn't matter. Now when it counts, will we see the chrome horn laid upon the 21? Into 3 and 4 they go, coming out of turn number 4. John Hine's going to take the 10th lap to go here at Las Vegas. Donnie Moore still in his tire tracks in that second position, and Mike Shanowski in the 00 still there as well. He's sitting in the catbird seat. Really, if the 21 and 26 get to duking it out, he can slip through and possibly get this race win. Battle for 5th is heating up as well between Brian Den and Mike Allen, but coming to 8 laps to go. John Hines still out front.
On board of the 00, Matt Straczynski, watching it from his point of view, just seeing how they're all taking that perfect line, perfect group, you know, making sure they don't make up any mistakes at all. But I don't know that. I don't think he's gonna do it, but he's trying. But look at the top 4 right now, as Mike Holloway has joined the fight and is now going around trying to see whether he can make any process in that number 3rd spot. As there he goes, Mike Holloway goes right underneath him. Looks like that a match just went around and just let him by. Maybe knowing some points could be the main key of this race. Just let Mike Holloway by. But with that there, that did not change the battle for first, as the 26 of Donnie Moore and John Hines are just pushing each other to the limit. I think that's what's making Holloway kind of catch up. knowing that they're pushing their cars, pushing the extent of the tire pretty much to the point where you're gonna overdrive the car to a point. You know, right now I'm doing everything I can. John Hines is a very good dirt track racer here on the service.
Yeah, he is. We've seen him before here on OCTV. 2 laps to go. Donnie Moore closing in on the back bumper. Hines going to block to the inside here into turn 4. Almost gets into the back of the 21. White flag is out. John Hines, Donnie Moore, who's going to take it home here tonight? The 21 car out of turn number 2 for the final time here at the Bull Ring. Donnie Moore, is he close enough? He is not close enough to get it. Hines is going to steal the show here tonight. He's your winner here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas. Incredible race there at the end. Donnie Moore just comes up short. Mike Holloway rebounds into that 3rd position after that restart. Pretty much took away the win from that 31 car. Shanowski in 4th in the 00. A great run for him as well. Rest of your finishing results are on the screen. Mike Allen's going to take home a top 5 here tonight in that 59 car. Great run out of him. Brian Den, he did not exactly capitalize on J.R. Shepard's misfortune here tonight. He's got his work cut out for him if he wants to win that championship next week. To 23, brings it home in 6th. Kurt Smith, after a lap 1 incident, rebounds to 7th. Kenny Kibbe, Chris Wilson, and Todd Liston are your top 10. And then you have Lowell Jewell, Mark Herzog, Ben Izinga, and J.R. Shepard, who should still be our points leader heading into next week's season finale, rounds out our 14-car field here tonight. Incredible racing there at the end. We're going to go ahead and try and get our guys in here. I forgot whose names I need to bring in here. And there he is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in... Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and bring in our 3rd place finisher. Led the most laps here tonight, the 31, Mike Holloway. You got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I mean, I guess the $1 million question, I've got to ask it. I'm sorry how you feel about it. What happened on that last restart?
I don't know. I'll just leave it to that.
Well, I mean, you had to feel pegged for, you know, the majority of that race. Hein got up there in 2nd. I mean, he got a great restart over you. You didn't have any wheel spin or anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
Well, man, I guess you should have stayed in the Sunny D machine, huh?
Well, yeah. Hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah, that was the first thing that I noticed when I got into the server. I was like, hold on, where's the Sunny D car? Hold on, the 31 is in here. That's not right. This is blasphemous.
Yeah, maybe running this car rubbed that Chase Elliott luck off on me. I don't know.
Oh, too soon. But I mean, still a great night for you. I'm pretty sure you're out of the running for the championship this season, but I mean, still a great night, a dominant performance, you know, for the first, 60 laps. I mean, we had a lot of cautions towards the beginning of it. You think that contributed to helping you stay out front there?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I never really showed any speed in practice or anything, and I'm pretty sure the cautions were keeping me out front. And it just, I don't know, it's disappointing to lead that many laps and then it come down the way it did. So, but it is what it is. We'll pack up and move on.
All right. Well, we got you coming in next week for the season finale at New Smyrna. You like the track any?
No, that's probably my least productive track too. So I've never been a big fan of it. It's really one of those tracks where I'm either doing really well or I'm watching in the garage.
Well, let's hope the first option is prevalent next weekend at New Smyrna. But I mean, still a top 3 finish, still a podium, and a great race for you in that 31 car. You got any thank yous and shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
I just got to thank everybody over here at Bootleg Racing League, Lowell, and everybody. Such a good time over here, so appreciate everything Lowell does for us.
All right, 10-4. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, and we're going to bring in second place. We got the 26 of Donnie Moore. You got your ears on, bud?
I do.
Okay, so I had a question for 31. My question is a lot different for you. What was the thought process there on the third or fourth caution to come down pit lane there?
Those that first caution, I got slammed from behind, and I didn't think I hurt the car. But on those first next couple restarts, I had nothing on the restarts. The guy on the outside was going right around me, and there was still 70 laps left. I figure I better go in and get a new car, and the most I could lose was 4 or 5 positions.
Well, I would say that gamble definitely paid off for you there. In the closing laps, you got to about 5 laps to go. You still had about a car length gap between you and the 21 car. We saw a lot of chrome horn getting used out there tonight. Did that thought cross your mind there towards the end?
No. I tapped him once, just being over aggressive, but no, I wasn't going to spin him. But I was waiting for him to make a mistake, and he didn't. So hats off to John. Good win for him.
I got to say, it was very exciting watching you come through the back of the pack there. You made some quick work of a couple people. A couple other people kind of made you work for it there. Coming here towards the end of the season, it's a great performance. You think you can carry that momentum into New Smyrna next week?
Well, we'll see what happens. As far as the points goes, it's lost season, but I've had nothing but bad luck, it seems, this season. So tonight was a good night. It was a good night, fun night. So we'll see what happens. The last race of the season, I got nothing to lose, so we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, definitely be looking forward to seeing you come out and give it your all next weekend. But to close out this one, a second place finish, that ain't nothing to shake a stick at. Like you said, you've had some tough luck during the season, but it's good to see you out here and getting in top 2 finish. So congratulations to you on that. You got any thank yous and shout outs you want to give before we let you go here?
Just a shout out to Lowell Jewel for Bootleg Racing. This is a great Saturday night. I look forward to this every Saturday night. Thanks for you guys for broadcasting it, and appreciate it, Wes.
All right, not a problem. And that's our second place finisher, Donnie Moore, the 26. Good to see him get a good run here tonight. And Dylan standing by with our race winner.
User was moved to your channel.
Man, oh man, he's good on dirt. He comes in tonight, goes out and just does a absolutely amazing performance at the end of this race. John Hines in that 21, how are you doing?
Man, oh man, oh man. Out of breath and just amazed. That was a lot of fun.
And we started this race with a lot of spectrum issues and a lot of caution issues, and then it kind of changed from lap 50 onwards. And then we got that caution, which Mike Holloway did not do at all a good restart, which just put you in that position.
Yeah, we got off the line there in that last restart pretty even, and my car had been driving up out of the corners all night, and man, I just gassed her up coming out of 2, and I had them cleared, and I couldn't believe it, and I just kind of started to hit my marks from there.
Brown did, not really into the points game, kind of many points off from at all, maybe advancing maybe 1 or 2 positions, but not going to get the points lead here. But going on to next week, season finale at New Sonoma, how do you feel about that track?
Well, I tell you, with this being the 13th week and the dirt side of things, having the week off, I was able to practice. So I think maybe I'll commit to practicing at least for an hour or so this coming week. It seems to make a difference.
That, as a dirt racer myself, I do know the word practice very quite well when it comes to this side of racing, but just an amazing run off you, an amazing run off everything here. Now, before we let you go and celebrate with the champagne down there, I also think they might be giving you a cactus, maybe. Someone said a cactus earlier. But before we let you go, who are those people that help you out week in, week out?
I just want to thank the guys over at Stars on Dirt. They helped me get my wheel settings where I needed to and whatnot. And just all the guys here that run with us every week that come out, and Lowell and everybody. Lowell puts everything on, so we owe him a big thank you. But just the guys in this group, it's a great group of guys. Just thanks, guys. If you're listening, you know, everybody showing up just makes this thing a lot of fun.
Well, John, hopefully those new settings work well in 2 weeks' time for the Stars on Dirt series. But congratulations on the win, and enjoy the celebration.
Thank you. You guys have a good week, and thanks for the broadcast.
Now, with that being said, I'll send that back up to you, Wes.
User was moved
Oh
out of
no,
your
don't do
channel.
that. That's not good. Yeah, so we had some technical issues. There was a lot of cautions early on, but it ended up being a fantastic finish there. Congratulations to that 21 car of John Hine. Just an amazing drive from the back of the pack all the way to the front. You can't really ask for any better of a night, really. But that last restart definitely put him in the prime position to take that checkered flag. Of course, next week is going to be the season finale at New Smyrna Speedway for the Outlaw Modified Series, powered by the Bootleg Racing League. It's been a lot of fun this season. I can't wait to see who gets the championship. Of course, looking forward to that. J.R. Shepard was the points leader coming in. He should still have the points lead going into next week, but it should be a lot slimmer of a margin. Can Brian Den, can he make up the lost ground and try and sneak that championship away from J.R. Shepard? We will find out in exactly 1 week. Come back 9 o'clock Eastern for that last race of the season. But for now, for Dylan and myself, we are OCTV. We want to thank you for watching, and we hope that y'all have a good week, and we will see y'all next Saturday.